Welcome back, guys. So let's go straight to business. I'm spotting a lot of moves on DSY. So I'm seeing an interesting setup building up on DSY. I've already taken my positions. I'm already in position. I'm already on some trades due to what I'm seeing on DSY. For example, I'm already on USD sales using the daily time frame. I did this entry using the daily time frame, and I also sent this signal out to my Telegram channel and my WhatsApp channel. So, and I'm also on USD CHF longs also, and I'm also on AUD USD shorts. AUD USD shorts is the only one that is still lagging behind, but hopefully, let's give it just a little bit of time, maybe some couple more days. We will see this AUD USD maybe start playing along more than others. So now let's start from DSY. As you all know, I use DSY as an indicator. What that means is that I analyze DSY and whatever I see on DSY is what I trade on other pairs. I don't trade directly on DSY. I only use DSY as an indicator. So now this is on the monthly time frame on DSY monthly chart. So as you can see already, this chart is self-explanatory. Like is not hard for you to notice what is happening on this chart. For instance, now as you can see, we are on a third touch of a trend line. This is the first touch, yeah. This is the second touch, and this is the third touch. So we are on a third touch of a trend line on a monthly chart. And as you can see, looking at the pattern, looking at this pattern, this price action, like looking at the pattern the price is printing here, it is somehow similar to this one over here. Don't know if you can see it. It is somehow similar to this one over here. And somehow also, it is also quite similar to this one over here. What I'm trying to say is that this pattern DSY is printing over here at the third touch of a trend line is a reversal chart pattern on a monthly time frame. And I've already given you guys example as to is looking similar to this one. If you watch closely, you see that this is looking like a double bottom. And the last 2 months, because today is 1st November, last 2 months candle, that is August candle, September candle, I mean, close with a shooting star like this. So on the monthly time frame, we are currently on a third touch of a trend line, and also we are currently on top of a support level. This is a support level. This gray box here is a support level. As you can see, price has been playing along on top of that level for quite some time now. Since 2022, price has already been playing on top of this level since 2022. Just imagine for how many years now? 3 years now. Price has just been bouncing up from that level. So I feel like this is going to be the last bounce before we see a massive push to the upside. So I see something cooking on there. So I just this type of massive move here, this type of move that happened here, I think we are going to see a replica of that one, or even much more better one happen over here too. As you can see, the patterns are the same. The pattern is the same. So that's what I'm seeing on the monthly time frame. Then going over to the weekly time frame, remember I use my monthly time frame for my overall trend. I use my weekly time frame for my current trend. So now on the weekly time frame, what am I seeing? The same story. I'm seeing the same thing. This is a double bottom here on the weekly chart. Don't know if you can see it. Double bottom. This is the first up, down, just like this. As you can see, we have had successive green candles, or maybe rather blue candles, because of the color and settings of my chart. So indicating that DSY is also bullish on the weekly time frame. And mind you, whenever any market or whenever price prints a reversal pattern on higher time frames, monthly time frame and weekly time frame, it tends to hold 90% of the time. What I'm trying to say is that we have already seen that on monthly time frame, price is currently printing a reversal pattern, which was similar to the previous one it printed before in the past. Now on the monthly time frame, we have seen that it has also printed a double bottom here, a very big and massive double bottom here. And at the same time, we have already started seeing some momentum to the upside, some push. We have already started seeing higher highs and higher lows. That is, if we go down to daily time frame. My weekly time frame, I'm bullish because of this massive double bottom you have here on the weekly time frame. Because of this massive double bottom here on the weekly time frame. I'm bullish. So daily time frame is where I do my entries. I'm already on this trade. Already on this trade. Couldn't come and analyze it before all these things happen for some strange reasons I don't know. But for now, I'm already on this trade, like I told you guys in the beginning of this video. I'm just trying to tell you guys what I saw on the SY and how I managed to get all these entries. So the SY now, this is on the daily time frame. As you can see, we have started to have successive higher highs and higher lows. Higher highs, higher lows. This is a low here. We have a higher low here, another higher low, another higher low here. This is another higher low. So as you can see, this is a clean and clear uptrend formation. This is what we might typically, like the market is now in an uptrend. So how did I manage to get all these my entries? How did I manage to get all these my entries? So as you can see over here, I don't know. Okay, let start from because most of the entries I did most of the entries on the weekly. Like for example, AUD/USD, I did the entry on the time frame. So what did I see? Immediately I saw I couldn't enter the market when I saw this first bullish candle close over here. But immediately I saw this second one, this one with a bigger body. That is when I went down to daily time frame. If I hadn't explained it like this using the weekly time frame, you wouldn't have understand what I mean. So the weekly candle that closed bullish, the second one was somewhere around here. So immediately I saw that the candle has closed very bullish and has broken above this level here. Because when all these things were printing, I was skeptical of this upward move because of this level. Because as you can see, we are almost like we are just flat. So ideally, I was like, I have to wait for this level to get broken. But I will know that we are no longer in this consolidation because there's a tendency for us to come back here like it did here, price, and this level will push price down again. And there's also a tendency that it will come here again and it will be a full-blown reversal back to inside this range. So that's why I waited. I used the weekly time frame for the entry. So immediately I saw this bullish candle close like this close like this above this level. This is what we saw on the weekly time frame here. This was the close here, this candle. I don't know if you're seeing this bullish candle. That was the close above this level on the great time frame. So I knew that, yes, that this upward move that and this pattern that I was seeing on the time frame is confirmed. So I now waited for a pullback because whenever a level gets broken, it tends to come back and have a retest of that level. So I waited for the pullback of price into this level, and that was where I did my entry. So I did my first entry immediately. I saw this first bullish candle close here. This bullish candle close here on GPSD. So for now, I am very, very bullish on the SY. Monthly time frame is very, very bullish. So, and today is 1st November. October candle, as you can see, this October candle closed very, very bullish and healthy, like no wick to the upside and small wick to the downside. So I'm expecting next week candle to, even if it doesn't sell massively, or even if it doesn't buy massively, like this one somewhere here, but at least it should have a little bit momentum to the upside. But overall, I'm very, very bullish, maybe to this level here. I see the SY getting to this level. I see the SY getting back to this black bar here. So that's it on the SY. So let me go and analyze on GPUSD. So GPUSD, this is on a monthly time frame. So let me delete all this time. Let me leave it. Let me delete only the trend line. So on the monthly time frame, as you can see, this is a minor level here. This level is a minor level. And as you can see, this minor level is giving price. In fact, this minor level is going to push price down because this pattern here, this pattern is a reversal pattern on the monthly time frame. This pattern is a reversal pattern. If you watch also closely, you'll see that this pattern here is also very similar to what it did over here. And also very similar also in some ways to what it did over here. So that's why I say price action is the king, because whatever happens before tends to repeat itself over and over and over and over and over and over again. So your work is just to choose one pattern that you have seen repeat itself multiple times. Just choose it and keep trading it. Choose it and keep trading. So this is a manual level, and looking and watching the type of pattern price has printed on that manual level. This is a reversal pattern on the monitor. And this October candle has already closed very bearish like this. So weekly time frame, a massive double top. This one is more obvious than DSYS one. This is the first leg to the upside. This is a retracement. This is the second leg to the upside. And as you can see, we are broken below the neckline. So what I'm expecting is two things. It's either we keep pushing to the downside slowly, slowly, slowly like this, or price comes back and have a retest of this broken neckline, something like this. So these are the two things I am looking at for on GPUSD. This is the two things I'm watching out for on GPUSD. I'm already short, and I'll keep holding my short position till God knows when. So weekly time frame, we're already started seeing a shift to the downside, momentum to the downside. Daily time frame also. See, this is where I got my entry. Immediately I saw this move, this something like double top here. And as really I started to see momentum to the downside on GPSD, I did my entry at the close of this bearish candle here. I did this entry on a daily time frame, but the one I did on the weekly time frame is AUD USD. So let's go over and analyze AUD USD before we come and analyze AUD USD CHF. So UDS, the monthly time frame. This one is very, very obvious and clean also. As you can see, UDS is currently on the fourth touch of a trend line. Yes, I know that they say third touch is the one that does the magic, but yeah, sometimes fourth touch they also do magical. Fourth times is also fourth time touch of a trend line is also very bad too. In fact, any touch of a trend line is bad as long as it's above two touch. Third touch, fourth touch, fifth touch. If price wants to respect that trend line, it's also usually very bad for two, more than even the third touch of the trend line. So this is the fourth touch, and looking at the pattern, it's also pointing on the under that trend line as you can see. So this is also a reversal pattern. Look at the way the monthly time frames are aligning themselves. This is 5 monthly candles that is unable to break above this trend line. Previously, this is just 2 monthly candles that refused to break above trend before he started pushing down. This one was just a week. This one is just a week, but this one is 5 whole monthly candles. 5 whole monthly candles have refused to break above this trend line, showing that this trend line or more, this trend line is very strong. So now on the monthly on the weekly time frame, this was where I did my entry. Really, I saw this double top here on the weekly time frame. That was where I did my entry. Really, I saw this double. This is the first like this. Then we went over this one. This second leg was much more higher than the first leg. Then really I started seeing this momentum to the downside. And really this candle closed. Really this candle closed very bearish like this bearish candle here. And I remember on the Monday of this week's candle, there was a jump to the upside. So I took advantage of that jump and I did my entry on this candle here. So as you can see, I've been holding this trade for 3 weeks now. And currently it is slightly on red, and as you can see, this last week candle closed with a shooting star. So hopefully next week we are going to see a continuation to the downside, because ADS is the only pair that hasn't moved much compared to the majors. Others have already moved significantly in one direction. For example, GPS, as you can see, previously it has already moved significantly to the downside. USDCHF also has already moved significantly to the downside, but it's only AUD that is still lagging behind for reason best known to it. So daily time frame, this is how it looks on daily time frame. So I will continue holding this trade till maybe next month ending or so. So that's it on AUDUSD. That's it on me. There's nothing much here. With monthly time frame, we are clean. Fourth touch of a trend line. Weekly time frame, double top, and that is where I did my entry. So now going over to USDCHF. USDCHF. So this is USDCHF. This is the monthly, this is on a weekly chart. So on the monthly time frame, I did this entry based off of DSY purely because looking at this monthly time frame, DSY is in the middle of nowhere. Not even this DSY is in, this is only the level that's okay. This is a level. This level is valid for USDCHF. Wow. I didn't pay close attention to this, but I knew that if DSY is going to buy and Euro USD and GPU is going to say that USD has to do some buying too. So that's why I just came over to USD. But looking back now, I can spot a level here which I didn't previously spot before. I didn't zoom out before to notice this level here. But this level also is very strong, and this level also this level has been here since 2011, 29 August 2011. So this is the second time price is ever getting to this level for many, many years now. As you can see, for many years now, this is the first time price is getting back to this level. So this level has some significance, and I know that it's going to push price to the upside. So, and also looking at the monthly time frame, as you can see, last month candle was already closed with a bullish candle. So weekly time frame, I did this entry purely on daily time frame. Weekly time frame, this is a double the bottom, the same thing that DSY and GPUSD and AUDUSD is saying. So it's basically the same thing. That's why I don't trade on DSY. I just come on DSY. If I just analyze DSY and whatever DSY shows me, I'll just come over to any of the majors. This thing, USD also obeys it. If you go to USD you see that USD is also showing some signs of bias, but I don't trade USD you can see USD is also still bullish. If you analyze, you might also see that where that DSY broke above that gray box was somewhere around here, and this was a retest. Okay, let's just check 21st October 2025. If you go to DSY, the breakout and it was also on 21st October 2025. So this is how I basically use my DSY. I don't trade directly on it. I just come analyze on it and I just trade whatever I see on other pairs. So that's it in a nutshell. For DSY, as long as we break above this gray boss is the only thing, is the only level that I see that can, let me put it this way, that can prevent DSY from having a massive shoot to the upside. But if we can be able to take out this gray box, you can see it properly on the time frame. If you can be able to take out this gray box, there's nothing more again. We have already taken out this trend line. There's no more other trend line. And these levels are all minor levels on the time frame. These daily time frame levels are not usually strong. So judging from the higher time frame, there's nothing else. See, this is a smooth ride to the downside. So there's nothing else that will stop price from getting to this black bar. If we take out this gray bars, this is also a smooth ride to the upside. Because if you look left, this is a smooth ride. So right, there should be a smooth ride to the upside. So that's it on this week for us recap. So see you guys in the next episodes. Thank you and stay blessed.